Friends, welcome back in the Kentucky Blues Music Festival. It's going to be held this Saturday, June 7th, at the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame and Museum Amphitheater in beautiful Mount Vernon. It's free to attend, and the music kicks off at 6 p.m. And
with us today to tell us more is Jessica Blankenship, Executive Director of Kentucky Music Hall of Fame and Lexington's own resident bluesman, Hall of Famer and headliner Dee Young. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today.
Good to see you both.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, let's talk about the inspiration for this music festival and what was that inspiration for it?
I'll tell you what, it was all TD. We had him as one of our 2022 Kentucky Music Hall of Fame inductees.
Yeah.
His performance that night was still one of the most talked about performances. And in talking to him and talking to our staff and the board, we're like, we want to do something different because Mount Vernon and Rockcastle County, Renfro Valley is known for country, bluegrass,
yeah,
a little bit of rock and roll, and we wanted something different. And so I said, hey, TD, we want the blues. Do you want to come? Thankfully, he said yes, and we have enjoyed it every year, and this is our third year, and it keeps growing.
I love that.
I love
it.
Fantastic. I love it too. And TD, we've known you for years. I've always enjoyed your performances. Yes. What happened that night in particular that changed the game?
I don't know. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Being inducted, and then she said, you are family now, part of our family now. Well, that makes you feel totally different.
Oh, yeah.
That's a vibe that you can't,
that
you can't explain that vibe.
Yes.
When someone tell you, you are family.
Yes.
I love it.
And what kind of an impact would you say that TD has had on music, locally and regionally as well?
I'll tell you what, just his influence, and we were talking about it off camera, is the youth. Bringing them up in the scene.
Yes.
Not only his son Trayvon King is performing Saturday, having that influence as well. But if you go to one of his performances, he will be out in the crowd and will always find a youngster and will actually allow the kid to play guitar. And that might be the very first time they've ever even touched a guitar.
Starts a journey, doesn't it?
It starts a journey. Yes. And
picture right there of a youngster being influenced there.
Yes.
That's incredible.
And then also just even visiting his club, you always see somebody different ages. If he finds out that you've played guitar or play any kind of instrument, he brings you up on stage.
Wow.
And so a lot of times that might be their first or it might be their 10th time performing, and the influence that he's had not only in Lexington area, but Kentucky as a whole and worldwide.
That's the spark, right?
That's the spark.
My goodness. So I guess, you sit around the conference table. This makes all the sense in the world for the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame to get involved in an event like this.
Yeah, it just definitely, we wanted to expand our reach and show that we are beyond country and bluegrass. I mean, we do have, we just inducted Sturgill Simpson last fall. We also had Gary Stewart Country. We have Black Stone Cherry, who is rock and roll, but having the blues that just has a different vibe in the area, and everybody loves the blues.
That's right.
You can dance to it too.
Yes, exactly.
No doubt.
And there is plenty of dancing, TD can tell you as well.
I love the diversity of it too.
Yeah.
So as far as folks out there, what can they expect from the event?
Well, it is the biggest thing of all. It's free. No tickets are required.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That is the biggest thing, is that we wanted to be able to be affordable for anybody. Of course, being free, you can be affordable. We will have several food trucks. We'll also have beer and wine garden. We'll have kids activities, and then we kick the music off at 6 o'clock with Donovan Howard Trio. He was just down in Memphis back in January and competed in a Blues Society competition.
Oh, wow.
And then Trayvon King will perform, and then TD headlines the night with about a 90-minute concert.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
And of course, we keep burying the lead. This is free, folks. This is a free event. And as we were discussing before we came on, I mean, the blending of all these different types of music, the Appalachian influence, the country influence, blues, traditional blues, all coming together and all under one banner. I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, that is the most important part, that the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame, we try to expand on our mission. Reaching, whether you're in Western Kentucky, Northern Kentucky, Southern, Eastern Kentucky, you're going to see it all on display inside of our museum, and then out back will be the amphitheater where we'll have the music.
We all have many influences.
Oh, yes.
That's tremendous. Yes. TD, I know that there's a famous guitar out there named Lucille. I'm curious if you've got a name for your axe there.
Well, that's Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
Axe's name of the guitar is Parker. It's a Parker Fly. So I just call her Miss Parker.
I love it.
Miss
I love
Parker.
it. Well, she's going to tear it up here
Yes,
this
she is.
Saturday.
She's going to do her thing.
Oh, my goodness.
She's going to sing, she's going to play.
And where do people need to go again to find out more information?
You can
about
go to KentuckyMusicHallOfFame.com.
Okay.
Check us out on Facebook. We're also on TikTok, on Instagram, all those little social
That's
media
great.
channels.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, guys, thanks so much
Thank
for
you
stopping
both for
by. We
sharing
this
appreciate
with
it.
us.
It's great to
Yeah.
see both of you.
And this is your invitation out there. It's a free event, and there's going to be great music and great community fellowship.
Yes,
We appreciate what you guys do for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back after this. Stick around.